We advise you to do a lot. Oh, yeah. It's not just a
Okay. Hang on a second, Di. All right, buddy. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Enhanced Sports Show. My name is Luton Norm, and we'll be here till just before 6 o'clock p.m. The number to call is 512-543-4662. I'll repeat that again, 512-543-4662. Sorry I had to mute you guys, but I got to do the intro first. Don't forget to check us out our other shows. Kevin Dixon with his fine show, Just Us Sports. Mondays from 6 to 8 p.m. through football season, 7 to 9 when it's not football season. And Marcel McGee, who comes up right after this show at 6 p.m. You can also check us out on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in theenhancedsportshow.com and you hear the show in its entirety. All right, we got a lot to cover this week. So I'll bring everybody in right now. Steve. All right. Mikey. And Diane. Okay, I don't know where Steve Davidson is. Well, I'll find out later. All right, so we got a lot to cover. We had the MLB free agent frenzy period going on this week, and the NFL trade deadline. I'm not going to try and spend like the whole an hour and a half on. So we'll go through our respective teams for those who are here, and we'll leave from there. Plus, maybe some additional notes maybe later on, because this could take a while, folks. All right, so we'll begin here with the MLB. This is tracking every team's offseason moves. All right, first up, the Blue Jays. They were free agent left-hand pitcher Ryan Yarbrough. No notable acquisitions and no subtractions, so that's a blessing. That could be a plus there. I'll save the Orioles for later. I want to get maybe to the Red Sox. All right, Red Sox. Steve, you got a lot of free agents here. I mean, listen to this list here. Right-handed pitcher Luis Garcia, center Catcher Danny Jansen, right-handed pitcher Kenley Jansen. They're not related, are they, Steve? Okay, all right. Right-handed pitcher Chris Martin, outfielder Tyler O'Neill, and three right-handed pitchers. Wow, they're all right-handed pitchers. Uh, Tyler, Nick Pavetta, Lucas Sims, and forgive me if I spell this wrong, Nakiyoki Yusawa. It's a pretty big list, Steve. I guess you guys are cleaning the house. Ah, of course. Yeah. Mm. No, I guess not. It used to be that was a big thing. I mean, not many guys back then hit 30 home runs back in our day. Now it's becoming more commonplace. So you're probably right. It doesn't mean as much as it used to. Times have changed. You know, no, no, he's not. So yes, sure, right. Any thoughts on that, Mike or Diane? Yeah. Hmm. All right. So we'll move on. Okay. All right. Well, we didn't get to our teams yet, so maybe you'll have more. Maybe you'll have more thoughts as we move along. Yeah. All right. So down the list we go. Okay. We covered the Red Sox. Uh, Yankees. Okay. Listen carefully, Mike. Free agents: left-hander Tim Hill, right-handers Clay Holmes, Tommy Canale, and Jonathan Lagazania. First base: Anthony Rizzo. Outfielder: Juan Soto. Oh boy. Second base: Gilbert Torres. Right-handed pitcher: Lou Trevino, and outfielder Alex Verdugo. Notable acquisitions: El Zippo. Notable subtractions: again El Zippo. All right, so we're not clear. Not exactly died. We're not, there are free agencies coming up, and they're not sure if that the managing department is going to honor them new contracts. So now some are going to stay. Let's put that. I don't think everybody is going to be leaving the Yankees. I mean that's a pretty big mess to clean up. So I don't think they're all going to. Well, I I think we're going to have Holmes and and Verdugo. I don't think Sato's gonna stay with us. I think it's just one and done. There's too many teams looking at him, and I still think that the Mets are gonna sorry, are gonna, track him down and grab him. Steve Davis, is it you? Steve? I think it is. Okay, okay. Speak up, Steve, so I can hear you loud and clear. Okay, okay. All right. So it's a lot that it's a lot for the Yankees. You know, just coming off the World Series that we could have won, but got away with it. So this is a lot to it's a lot to take in. I don't think everybody on this list this free agent is going to leave the Yankees, um, except maybe Sato, because like I said, it's a one. I think it's one and done. But that's what I think he was only signed for to begin with. So as much as he did, great for us, especially in the postseason, I don't really see him coming back as much as I would like to. But I, I really just don't see it. Anthony Rizzo, I think he might be too. Gilbert Torres, I think he stay. Verdugo and Holmes, yeah, I think they're all in good shape and gonna stay for next year. So so you, Mike, what do you make of this list over here with our Yankee? I know you're a Met fan, diehard, but since you're also a New York fan to begin with, what do you make of these of this mess? Yes. Yeah, well, February is a little way off. Yeah. So, hmm, okay. Hmm. Is what still a Yankee? I think he's gonna be gone. I think he's gonna be gone. It's LeMahieu. You're right. It's LeMahieu. Steve, yes, he is still under contract. How about all right, Steve Kent, your thoughts on a time gun? Yeah, 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 yes. Mm, no, doesn't matter. Yep, please do. Oh, him. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. Right now, it's not gonna be like that. They're only signing him to, like, a minor league deal and, without the, humongous, mega deal. I know he's doing well in Japan. Yeah, it is, it is, it is. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Afraid of Yeah. Well, I must correct something here because Trevino $5 million club option was denied. It's made him a free agent for the second big league year. So he was acquired by the Yankees from the A's on August 1st of 2022, along with right-hander Frankie Montez, left-handers J.P. Sears, Ken Wolochek, right-handers Luis Medina, and infielder Cooper Bowman. So I think he might be up in the air too. Yeah, Anthony Rizzo. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Oh, I figured that. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I mean, that was just like a rumor that was gonna happen. Okay, so they got a little upset with not making the World Series, but you went against you know a bulldozer with the Dodgers. They really didn't get much of a chance, to come out of this, with the World Series win. And everybody's thinking, well, if George Steinbrenner was still running the team and still alive, do you think that they would give it have Aaron Boone renew his contract where you say you're out of here? Because we know how George was over the years. I mean, look at my time they fired Billy Martin for crying out loud. So if George was running, would they consider Aaron Boone getting his new contract or no? Uh, I'm scoring. All right. Uh, yeah, yeah, yes, yes. Except for Game Five, no. I mean, the Game Five fiasco, with that inning from where. Other than that, no, I don't think it was a Boone's fault at all. I mean, a comedy of errors in that game, despite our early success. Two home runs back to back, everything. But other than that, I don't think it was his fault that much at all. If the Yankees sanity. I'd like to welcome Matthew to the show. Matthew, welcome if you're there. Uh, all right, now, Mikey, I got some news for you. I don't know how you're going to take this or not. Being you're the Mets fan, but okay. But right-hander Phil Mayton became a free agent after the Mets ditched his 7.7 million option for a $250,000 buyout. That's kind of cheap. Mayton went 2-1 with a 2.51 ERA in his first season with the Mets. Not bad. He was acquired from the Rays in July. He finished 3-3 overall with a 3.66 ERA in 71 games with a $6.25 million salary. Not a bad ERA. It could have been a little lower, but overall not bad. The Mets also announced that left-hander Sean Mena declining his $13 million $5 option to become a free agent. What are you, nuts? You're gonna turn down $13.5 million? Please. Um, and this is third straight year he's signing as a free agent. He signed a contract in January that included a $14.5 million option salary for this season, with a 3.47 ERA and 32 starts, in striking out 184 batters, walking 63 in 181 innings. He was the Mets' most effective a starting pitcher at 6-2 with a 3.09 ERA. And yet he decides to. Yeah, that could be a blow for you, Mikey. I mean, you had a great pitcher. He helped the Mets, considering that 0-6 start in the first week of the season, and they got all the way to the NLCS, with I think Mason's performance, and now he's jumping ship. So, Mikey, I don't know what to tell you here, but do you think you can elaborate on Mason and his maybe departure? You think so? Even without his performance? Well, maybe. I would. I would be surprised. Hmm. Yeah, I forgot about that. It could be. I think it'd be wrong. I think it'd be wrong to have him leave. I mean, he did wonders for the Mets. I mean, this is the Mets' best season in a long time. So I think it'd be foolish to give him up. Speaking of that Yankee with Garrett Cole, they're going to stick with him for long term. Cole opted out of his contract over last weekend, but the Yankees and Cole have decided to stay together. Coming from reports from the New York Post and ESPN, and they don't lie. Both sides will keep working towards an extension to Cole's 4-year, $144 gazillion extension. Cole signed a 9-year, $324 million deal in 2019. Back then, that was the richest contract in history to bring him to New York through 2028. Cole will be 38 by the time, 38, that's getting up there in baseball years, by the time his deal ends. The Yankees had till 5 p.m. last Monday to decide to restructure the deal. Well, surprise, surprise, he did. Cole is a six-time All-Star, missed the start of the season with nerve inflammation. He finished the season with 99 strikeouts with a 3.41 ERA across 95 innings in 17 games. Cole is one season removed from winning the AL Cy Young Award in unanimous fashion. He also started for the American League in the 2023 All-Star Game. So this looks like to be a busy off season for the Yankees, who have to re-sign or find replacements for the agents I just mentioned of Soto, Torres, Verdugo, and Holmes. Oh boy. The Yankees declined a team option for first baseman Anthony Rizzo and declined on pitcher Lou Trevino's option, but did exercise the team option for relief pitcher Luke Weaver. So at least we have that. We're not losing everybody, guys. Okay, we may be losing some good players, but some are staying. Thank goodness. All right, Steve Davidson, your thoughts on that? I know you're a Orioles fan, but any thoughts with the Yankees? Steve Davidson. Isaiah. I'm sorry, Isaiah. Okay, go ahead. All right. I don't know where Steve Davidson is though. All right. Now, you follow what team again? I forget. Oh, Marlins. I wish I had better news for you on that one this year. Yeah. 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 Well, actually, there was 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. No, never mind. Okay. Moving on. Yeah, she got it, thank goodness. All right. Mikey, any thoughts? All right. Other moves. The Brewers have declined closer Devin Williams' $10.5 million club option for next year, though the two-time NL reliever of the year remains arbitration eligible for 1 more year. In other moves, the Brewers picked up the $8 million club option on right-hander Freddie Peralta, declined a club option for Eric Hayes. Hayes also remains in the organization as arbitration eligible. The Brewers' decision to decline the club option of Williams means that we will make whatever an arbitrator decides, unless Hayes and the Brewers work out a deal before a scheduled hearing. Know where the hearing is going to be. After missing the first half of the season with a stress fracture, yowza, Williams went 1-0 with an ERA of 1.25 and 14 saves and 38 strikeouts in 21 innings. Williams was not able to hold a 2-0 lead in the ninth in the third and final game of the division series against the Mets, as Pete Alonso hit a 3-run homer, leading the Mets off to a 4-run rally, and the Mets fans went nuts. Peralta was 11-9 with a 3.68 ERA with 200 strikeouts in 173 games. This season, he had 273 with 5 home runs and 14 RBIs in 30 games. All right. Hmm. Continuing on. The Royals re-signed pitcher Michael Wacha to a 3-year, $51 million deal. No surprise there. At least I'm not. The contract includes bonuses and a $14 million club option for a fourth year that could increase his value to $72 million, according to reports. However, the Royals could pass on the fourth year with a $1 million buyout. $1 million. Why not? Waka started in 29 games last season with a compiled 3.35 ERA, good enough for 10th among American League pitchers, with 145 strikeouts in 166 innings, with a 13-8 record. Very respectable. With the resigning of Waka, the Royals will have their three top starting pitchers, with Cole Ragans and Seth Lugo. Uh, Royals look to be in good shape, I guess, going into the offseason, making a case for next season. Right, Isaiah? Isaiah? Yeah, okay. All right. Steve. Was it 2015? I think it was 2015, Steve, when the Royals won the World Series against the Mets. Oh, okay. All right. I get it. I thought you were thinking earlier. But no, it was mid 2010s. You're right. It was, and that was against the Mets, and they won 7-2 in 12 innings that night. Yeah. I think you're right. I mean, the AL Center's gotten better for the most part, except for a certain team from Chicago, which I will not mention any further. Can't hint. Uh-oh. Yes. Right. Well, welcome, Alex, to the show. Alex, thanks. Yeah, I should mention that too. Happy Saturday. All right. A few more notes here. Joey Gallo's $8 million mutual option was declined by the Nationals last Sunday and makes the outfielder slash first baseman a free agent. Yes, some people do play more than one position, folks. Gallo receives a $2.5 million buyout as part of the deal that he received in January, then called a 2.5 million salary this year. Gallo hit 161 with 10 home runs, with 27 RBIs, with 122 strikeouts and 223 at bats. Gallo is a two-time All-Star, not bad. Has a career average of 194 with 208 home runs and 453 RBIs. With listen to this, 1,292 strikeouts in 2,069 at bats. Not bad in 10 seasons. Yes, yeah, yeah. He's played with the Rangers. He's played for the Rangers, the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Twins, and the Nationals. Journeyman, as we say, because that is a journeyman. Yeah. So that guy gets around. Yeah, I think it would. That would definitely qualify as a journey. Yeah. Yes. Not much of an average. And get this, Freddie Freeman was not only doing the right ankle, but he was also playing with a broken rib cage in the World Series. How do you like that? I've heard it play through the pain, but that's a bit much. Yeah, yeah, broken rib cage with yeah, yes, yeah. Because that could really sideline a player for weeks or months if not taken care of. So he was lucky to be playing even though he was injured. Despite that, he did the damage for the Dodgers anyway, as he won World Series MVP and hit a home run in 6 straight World Series games. So even though he played through the pain, it paid off. How do you like that? I really don't, but you know, ugh, yeah, playing through the pain, like I've always said. And the Dodgers are getting ready for their offseason. I mean, they're pretty busy finalizing their line for next season. I mean, guys, we just got through the baseball season 10 days ago, and they're already playing their next moves already. I wonder what kind of strategy they're planning on. Yeah, yeah, obviously. Oh, and right, yes, yeah. Oh, and one more note for you, Mikey. Mets outfielder Tyrone Taylor underwent a pair of surgeries, but should be ready to go for spring training. So he underwent a umbilical hernia repair October 30th. Ugh, yuck. And a right and a right. Yes. No, but to go through his injuries like that and have the surgeries, it's gruesome. Uh, yeah, true. And he also had a loose body, a right elbow loose body injury removal as well. It's freaky. February. Jimmy, just had a Valentine's Day. Yeah. Get through Christmas first, people. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to some football here. All right, I gotta start off with an idiot. Well, sort of. Now, you guys know, of course, Jason Kelsey is right. He's the brother of Travis. Yes. Well, he showed a Penn State fan last week what happens when it gets pushed too far. This might be qualifying as idiot number one. Prior to last week's game against the Ohio State, a fan, well, if you want to call him a fan, taunted Kelsey with a homophobic slur towards his brother, Travis, that is, and relationship with pop star you know who. Kelsey, who was at State College, appeared on ESPN Game Day, who was followed by a crazed fan and said to him that Kelsey, how does it feel that your brother is a blankety blank for dating Taylor Swift? I'm not going to use the real language, of course. Oh boy, there's more. Okay, the former linesman. Hold on, there's more. It gets worse. The former linesman responded by turning around and smashing the fan's phone and took it away. Okay. There was another video that Kelsey showed did not walk away from after smashing the phone, and then he confronted the person with the same anti-gay slur in response to what could lead to a backlash. No kidding. Kelsey has been ubiquitous on the football broadcast coverage and advertising this season since retiring at 2013 season with the Eagles, but his profile has been raised since the brothers' relationship with the pop star, and of course their highly widely popular podcast called the New Heights Podcast. I haven't heard it yet, but I hear it's pretty good, and it's exploding in popularity. In August, they signed a $100 million deal for exclusive ad sales and distribution rights agreement with the Amazon Podcast Network. But the popularity and the fan and the public profile has also led them to public targets. Well, what you expect? Duh. For insults and derision from fans looking up to provoke a reaction and perhaps create a viral moment on social media. If that's what the fan intended, it's certainly what happened. However, the incident did not go viral in the manner that the heckler anticipated. Fans on social media were asking whether or not Kelsey committed robbery by taking the phone, or his actions were justified after being harassed. Perhaps that could be a flaw in the incident. Yeah, I don't know what to make of. Okay, you had no right calling him the homophobic slur, this so-called fan, whatever his name is. But at the same time, you don't retaliate by smashing somebody's phone, taking away smashing the phone, and you fighting back with your words of the same slur. No, that's not how you do it. Yeah, for the most part, until this. Yes, yes, right. He was, but still, I mean, destroy destroy public property. Yeah, but well, I mean, because this. I mean, because that's also a form of vandalism, isn't it? Yeah, 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 right. Yes, yes, of course. Yes. Yeah. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Mhm. Yeah. Yes. Another low point for ESPN. Yes. Yes. Hmm. Yes. All right. Yes. Okay, so we'll move on. We're gonna run down a few transactions. These are the latest ones I have for the NFL. Um, Kelly Herbert goes from the Bears to the Bengals. Darius Smith goes from the Browns to the Lions. Jonathan Mingo goes from the Panthers to the Cowboys. Marshawn Lattimore goes from the Saints to the Commanders. I think Steve would like that. Uh, Tre'Davious White goes from the Rams to the Ravens. Preston Smith goes from the Packers to the Steelers. Kalali Davis goes from the Texans to the 49ers. Mike Williams goes from the Jets to the Steelers. Like it's gonna make a difference at all because our team was awful. And the Baron Browning goes from the Broncos to the Cardinals. I think the Jets season is pretty much over here. I mean, they haven't done much. Okay, so they won last week, but they're gonna have to run the table. Even though with a weak division, I think Buffalo, has it all wrapped up, and everybody's just fighting out for survival in the AFC least right now because it is looking very pathetic. Even the Dolphins, which they're going to do better, are not much better than the Jets. So I don't think it's going to matter, who the Jets get or who they trade. It's still going to be horrible. Ugh. What even sound of Roger Barron? Roger, welcome back. It's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, well, it's nice to have you back. It's been a while. Oh, boy. Okay, so moving on. All right. Steve was here. All right. Commanders running back Brian Johnson Jr. Was out for Sunday's game against the Giants with a hamstring injury. It's the second time in 4 games he was ruled inactive. Robinson was limited in practice all week because of the hammy, but there's a sense of optimism said he would play in the next game. However, after practice, the commander said, "Nah, forget it, not ready." He missed a week 6 loss to the Ravens as he's dealing with a right knee injury. Boy, this guy's accident prone. He does lead the Commanders, though. Yeah, he leads the Commanders with 461 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns, and has an average of 4.6 yards per carry. Practice squad member Chris Rodriguez, who could handle more of the power runs, took his spot. The Commanders have Austin Ekeler and Jeremy McNichols, both who have served as third down backs. Ekeler ran for 240 yards and caught 19 passes for 207 yards. McNichols has rushed for 163 yards and 3 touchdowns. Diane, why don't you do your trivia while I come up with some more stuff? I think it's 38 million. Yeah. Now you mean the FIFA World Cup, right, Di? It's FIFA. Yes. That's the big one. And Kane. Kane. Yes. That's in case you want that's like the version of the most valuable player. Like in baseball, that was the most valuable player for soccer in that league. Wait, repeat that question again, Di. Brazil. Zaire. 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 I think it's Brazil. Oh wow. Uh, uh, okay, now go ahead. No. Oh, it is Zaire. All right. Is that you, Steve? Well, better late than never. Glad you're here. All right. So, on to our other idiot of the week. I don't mean to be sounding so cruel, but this is one that I think ranks up there. Uh, Rams wide receiver Puka Nuka was ejected after throwing a punch at Seahawks linebacker Tyrell Dodson as the Rams beat the Seahawks in overtime. The punch took place in the second quarter. Matthew Stafford targeted uh, Nanka on the downfield pass at 1st and 10 for the 44-yard line. Cornerback Tyreek Woolen intercepted the ball at the Seattle 25-yard line and was ruled down by contact. Woolen tried to return the ball but did not realize that he went down. Oh, really now? Dodson engaged with Nanka and was frustrated by the turnover and punched Dodson in the right side of his fist uh, with the right side of his fist on the right side of Dawson's helmet. Ooh, boy. Officials saw the punch and flagged Nunca for unnecessary roughness and being a general idiot. And they ejected Nunca from the game, but he did not leave the field automatically. He left the field. He sat on the bench for several minutes before jogging off to the locker room with only 17 seconds left in the half. And the fans showed their displeasure by booing him off the field, and deservedly so. The turnover and the penalty placed the ball on Seattle's 40-yard line with 27 seconds left in the half. The Seahawks responded with a 60-yard drive, extending with a 24-yard touchdown pass to former Jet Geno Smith to Jackson Smith Najaba to extend their lead to 13-3 at the half. For Nuka, it adds a tough season for the wide receiver who has made a Pro Bowl in his first season. Nuka suffered a PCL injury in the season opener and missed the Rams' next 5 games. He returned in week 8 and recorded 7 catches for 106 yards. What an idiot. Oh, boy. Either or. Either or the other. You knocked him off with his helmet. Okay. Ugh, how stupid can you be? Oh, college football rankings. Yeah, yeah. Gotta go to that for just a second, guys, and then we'll get back to the regular schedule programming. That's not it. Because we're going other notes. What else? All right. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I hope this is completely updated. It's November 6th. Okay. So as it stands right now, here are the top 12. Georgia, Oregon, 9-0. Ohio State and Georgia, 7-1. Miami, 9-0, but they lost today, so that might be a damper on them. Jimmy, what happened to your Hurricanes? You could say that again. Yeah. Georgia Tech, you can't take Georgia Tech too lightly though. Anyway, either way, Jimmy. I mean, they're a good team, despite they're not ranked, but they are a tough team. So you can't underrate them. You really shouldn't. All right, so yeah, last 3 games in a row. By the way, Rutgers beat Minnesota earlier today, but yeah, the best they can do is probably maybe like a second-rate bowl game. All right, Texas, Penn State, and Tennessee are all 7-1. Indiana is 9-0, but they're in a weaker conference, so that's why they're ranked a little bit lower. BYU is well Big Ten, but they don't get the recognition they deserve. BYU number 9, number 10 Notre Dame, but remember they're independent conference and they just get in there, for the TV money. Alabama 6-2, 11. Boise State 12. Steve, I don't know what's wrong with your Alabama Crimson Tide, but they're not the same teams they've been in for the past decade. What happened to them? Yeah, huh, yeah, yeah. Mm. I think it's all right. So moving along. Oh wait, Steve, you got any UFC news? Yeah. So, game.